Alright guys, so welcome back to my channel. It is 2024, so happy new year. Thank you guys for following me in my adventures. So let's get it going with my December events. Alright guys, so for December, my first event was on Saturday, December 2nd for Terrell's 75th birthday. So I was contacted by Terrell as well as Anna, his wife, to DJ his 75th birthday. She's Hispanic, so I was able to play a little bit of Latin as well as some throwbacks. He did like a lot of the funk, a lot of the 80s, so I was able to throw that here and there and mix it in with some Spanish music. They did have me play the first hour of just cocktail music, so a lot of kind of slow tempo songs as well as some jazzy songs here and there. He did have a little speech. He welcomed all of his guests and kind of opened up the dance floors. He also did have a guest who was going to sing him happy birthday, so I did kill the music, gave her the microphone.
Happy birthday, dear Terrell. Happy birthday to you.
They cut the cake, and from there, they continued dancing up until I was completely done, which I believe was like 10 p.m. So for my next event, I was at Wedgewood on Monday, December 4th for Daniel and Brittany's wedding. They did request a lot of Spanish music as well as some hip hop, some heavy hip hop, and some funk and 80s pop.
I will always love you.
So I did start off with the family-friendly stuff, and then kind of later during the night, I did play more of that heavy hip hop that the groom requested. After this, on Thursday the 7th, I continued my residency at the Garden for those industry nights. But to be honest with you, it was a little more quieter. But to keep myself motivated, I decided to go live. So if you guys don't already follow me on Instagram or Facebook, feel free to do so. But I started to go live on there to kind of motivate me and keep me going. The next day, the 8th, I was at Wedgewood for the Whipset's wedding. So for this wedding, they did let me kind of play around with hip hop. I went back to old school 80s and even 90s hip hop, the 2000s, 2010. I really didn't go past 2010s since the couple didn't really want any of the new stuff unless it was really popular, like Sweetie or Megan Thee Stallion. So I did play those hits, but kind of stuck to more of the 2000s hip hop since that's what they really wanted to hear. Alright, for Saturday the 9th, I was still at Wedgewood. However, I was on the other side, which I believe is the Sunrise side. They really didn't want to party too much. They wanted for sure to do the formalities. They did have an extended toast section from both his parents, her parents, and they both each had toasts or speeches to give. So that was a little more elongated than usual. And like I said, they just decided to party for just maybe, I think, an hour and a half, and then kind of decided to leave early as well. The following day, Sunday the 11th, I was at Wedgewood for Mars and Toby's wedding. They had a lot of very neat little cute party favors and a lot of great decorations that they made themselves, which is dope. As you can see, they had this little like anime cartoon that they made for them, which I thought was really dope. They did want a lot of EDM, more of like that Zed. They did like those new house, more of that housey kind of vibe is what they wanted for the playlist. I was kind of expecting them to party really hard since she even asked me if we rented CO2 cannons, which we don't. I did give her some contact information on some peeps that do rent it, but I guess she decided not to rent it either way. They kind of partied maybe for a good 30 minutes, and then after that, kind of, they decided to leave early as well. This is one of the things I kind of take back. When I opened up the dance floor, I kind of started off with like the 2000s pop since his family was there as well. I didn't want them not to be kind of included with the dance portion. So I did kind of play some songs to cater to them, but they just didn't stand up at all. So I decided to switch gears and play for her family since her family was pretty much like 90% of the guests there. But since I didn't start off strong, I feel like that's why I kind of lost them. at the beginning. I think they were planning on going to the club afterwards, so they decided to just end early so they can go and get ready for that. So my next event was on Tuesday the 12th. I was able to kind of sit back and relax a little bit on this wedding. They did have a string quartet that played for their ceremony, so I didn't have to worry about playing their music. I just had to make sure they had a microphone for the minister. After the ceremony, they went inside for cocktails, and the string quartet also played for their cocktail, but only played half of it. So they played 30 minutes, and in the other half, I filled in with some cocktail music. And for this couple, I guess they met through online gaming. They were playing online. I forgot what game they were playing online, and they were part of a Discord channel, and they kind of flirt, and then from there it became this relationship. That was really interesting. So any of you gamers out there, if you guys are looking for love, just join a Discord channel. Just kidding. They did want me to play some pop, very few hip hop, kind of that clean stuff or the more well-known 2000s hip hop, but mostly country. So that's what I played, country, pop, stuck with those two. And like I said, threw in some hip hop here and there, as well as some line dances. They really liked line dances. After that, on Thursday the 14th, I was back at the Garden for Industry Thursdays. After that, I was at Wedgewood on Friday the 15th for my last wedding of 2023. So for this reception, I didn't have to worry about ceremony music or even microphone. They had the ceremony elsewhere. All I had to do was worry about cocktail hour music and obviously all of the reception. Now with Christmas being really close, she did decide to have a lot of Christmas music incorporated with her cocktail as well as her reception. For this wedding, they wanted me to be just completely clean, just mostly pop music, pop, country, and Christmas music. So for dinner hour, I usually don't have the music too loud just because people are still conversing and it's dinner. I usually keep it chill. However, the groom's mom did ask me to lower it down more than I already had it. So with that, I don't mind at all. So I did lower it down. As I was inviting guests over to the buffet, the groom's dad also came over and said if I could lower down the music. So I did lower it down even more. And afterwards, I went over to the head table and asked the bride and groom how everything was doing, if they were okay, and asked them if the volume level was fine. Again, I had lowered it down significantly in my standards. And according to the bride and groom, they're like, oh no, this is perfect. So that's how they wanted it. So I just kept it kind of low throughout the whole reception. After they cut the cake, I did ask them, hey, I'm going to open up the dance floor. Is this volume still good? Or do you want me to lower it or raise it? And they're like, no, this is perfectly fine. So they kind of wanted mostly kind of background music. Wasn't as loud, which, I don't mind. It's whatever's for me. I still kept on mixing. Like I said, I played pop. I played that country and more of the family-friendly songs. Just let me know in the comments. Let me know how you guys handle that situation. So like I said, for weddings, that was over for me. I did have 2 Thursdays left in 2023. The weekend before, I did throw on an ugly sweater. This time, I think I went on Instagram Live just to keep me kind of upbeat, keep me on my toes, and continue quick mixing. And then that last Thursday of 2023, I was once again at the Garden for those industry nights. But that is it. That is all my events of December 2023. Thank you guys once again. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next month in February to continue with my January events. Thank you guys so much. Gajvik out.